This is Charlie's Christmas stocking, a felted Christmas stocking I designed for my grandson's very first Christmas. And you can find the free pattern on knittersreview.com anytime after November 29th, 2007. You see the two red spaces in the middle of the foot. Those are actually shaping devices. There are also pockets or pouches with two purposes. One, so Rudolph and Santa can find their own gifts on Christmas morning. And two, to shape the sock using a technique I've come up with called disproportionate waste yarn openings. Let's have a closer look so I can show you what I mean. You can see that this is a shorter distance than this. Same thing here. In fact, this was actually an 8-stitch opening, and up here we had 15. This was 8, this was 15. In other words, this is nearly twice as big as the upper opening. So the pouches stair-step you down the foot, making a forward slant for the arch. These were formed with waste yarn. That means that originally, as I was knitting from the top down, when I got to this point, I started knitting with a piece of yarn that I was going to throw away later, a waste. Across here, came purled back, and then as I went back one more time, I put in increases so that later, when the sock was done, and I picked up all the 8 stitches there and the 15 stitches here, took out the waste yarn, it popped open, and then I could knit this lovely pouch for Santa or Rudolph. So let's go on and I will teach you how that all works. Here is what the pouches look like before felting. As you can see, this distance here is less than this, and that allows this end to move forward. Same with the next pouch. This distance is less than this. That allows this to move forward. Notice how much wider we are up here than we are here. We've created the slant of the arch expansion by making disproportionate waste yarn opening. Okay, I'm going to show you how to make a disproportionate waste yarn opening. Here I have 8 stitches, and I'm going to make them into 15 stitches. To do so, I'm going to begin knitting them with waste yarn. I'm going to let my regular yarn hang down. I'm not going to cut it. I'm just going to let it hang down. I pick up some waste yarn, leave a tail so that I don't lose the end. And I'm going to knit those 8 stitches. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there they are. If I were doing a standard waste yarn opening, by the way, I would simply knit across those 8 with the green and keep knitting above there. I would have 8 down here and 8 above. But we're going to make it so we have 8 down here and 15 above. To do so, I turn and purl back on these stitches. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this will be loose here because it's my tail. Mustn't lose it. Come on. Okay, pull that tail back down. Turn around again. Okay. We had to do that extra row in order to be able to do increases without making it too hard to find our original stitches. See our original stitches here? There's the waste yarn, and right above it you see all of the stitches that will get picked up later. So now we're going to do our increases. Knit the first stitch and then take the bar in between the stitches and knit it. Knit the next stitch, knit the bar. Knit the next stitch, knit the bar. Knit the next stitch, knit the bar, and so on to the end. This will give us 15 stitches. Changes our 8 into 15. Get to the last stitch, and now I will cut my waste yarn because I'm done with it. Done knitting with it, that is. It's very useful still. So see, we have 8 down here, 15 up there. I'm going to put all 15 waste yarn stitches back on the needle, the left needle. This is because I'm going to want to knit them with my regular yarn. Here we go. Get over there, you slippery little thing. Okay. There they are. Find my regular yarn, and as if though nothing strange has happened in my knitting, I knit right across. One by one, all 15 stitches are being knit. So, I have now increased in this area, haven't I? Where I had 8 stitches, I now have 15. And get that tail out of the way. I'm now going to pause the camera while I knit about an inch above here to make it easier for us to see how to find what we're looking for. So here we are. There we are. Okay, I have knit quite a bit here. So there's our waist yarn opening. You can see that we do have quite an expansion here, can't you? Okay, so we're going to take out this waist yarn, and that will release the stitches that it's holding, and they will go on these 2 needles. I have 2 different colors, so it'll be easier for you to tell them apart. Now, they can be picked up from this side, but it is much easier from the inside. Okay, let's first get the 8. The 8 are up here. You see that line of waist yarn. Right inside the waist yarn are the stitches to be picked up. You just go in and get each one. 2, 3, notice that they're right inside there. 4, 5, 6, 7, and the 8th one is a little, you have to dig it a little. There it is. Okay, look at that. See, they are right inside the waist yarn. There's the waist yarn right outside, they're right inside. Okay, it'll be the same thing on the other side, only there'll be a lot more of them. Okay, here we are. See, there's the first one right there. 1, 2, 3. How do I know there will be 15? Well, we had 15 waist yarn stitches, didn't we? But there's usually a 16th one, usually one more on this side, and that's nice because we want lots. Let's see. There's the 16th one out there. Anything that is attached to waist yarn like that, we consider a stitch. Okay, let's count those. 5, 10, 15, 16. Okay, now I'm going to take out the waist yarn. I think I'm going to be lazy and snip it. Why not? It's called waist yarn because we basically waste it. We've picked up our stitches, so we're okay. Now I can just pull it out, you'd think. Come here, you thing. Sometimes yarn doesn't want to come. Come here, come here. Aha, got it. Okay, there's our 8. And now on this side, we've got to pick up all these guys. Come on. Okay, I'm making a mess, but it's okay. Okay, you can also pick it out. Depends on your mood or how much time you have, all that. Okay, there we are. Notice we have the pink needle. This is a Denise interchangeable needle kit, by the way. On top has a lot more stitches than the blue one. We have a disproportionate waist yarn opening. See, that's bigger. No matter how you look at it, that's bigger. Okay, so now we want to knit those up. Now we want to knit them up from the right side, so I'll turn it back inside out. I'll bring my needle ends through. Okay, and so I'm going to be knitting this on 2 circulars. You could be doing this on double pointed, anything you like. I'm going to clean up my mess and return.